In today's video, we see a police officer arrest a tow truck driver for towing his car. Yeah, welcome into the channel, everybody. It is officially 2024. Happy New Year. Today's video is crazy. A lot of you ask why we don't call tow trucks to tow police officers that are illegally parked or other reasons. And today's video is a prime example of why most tow truck drivers won't do it. And it's because there's too much risk of retaliation and what could happen. Let's check out this video. It is insane, and it goes to show you just how much some of these police officers will abuse their authority.
He's had the boot on this tow truck for almost 2 weeks, preventing Jose Rodriguez, pictured here, from doing his job. Ironically, his boss says he got the boot because he was doing his job. May 30th, the company, Finest Towing, was alerted that a bank wanted this car on Richmond Terrace for repossession. Rodriguez hooked it up for a tow and abruptly found out the driver is a detective at the 120th precinct across the street. Rodriguez's manager, Caroline DeStefano, had just authorized the tow.
He called me right back, and he didn't speak. I just heard him say, I didn't see a plaque in the window. He hung up. I knew it had to be a cop's call because I heard him say a plaque. So then he was surrounded by a couple of off-duty cops, and then they called over other cops, and he got arrested for having a stolen car when we had a repossession order for it.
The detective allegedly offered to pay Rodriguez for the 3 missed car payments, but Finest...
There you go. So the detective offers to pay for car payments he missed on this car, admitting that he didn't pay his car payments, and yet they still arrest this tow truck driver, this poor tow truck driver, just doing his job, towing a vehicle that is, up for repossession legally. They have the repossession order from the bank, and now he's got a tow boot on his tow truck, and he had to get arrested and bailed out. These police are just anything to protect their own in some cases, in a lot of cases. It's just disgusting. And that's why when you guys ask in the comment sections why we don't tow these police officers' cars who are illegally parked, this is why. They would literally arrest the tow truck driver. I'd bet my money on it.
Towing says it's illegal for it to collect debt. Only the bank can do that, and only the bank can authorize a car to be released. But
that's facts. If you get your car repossessed, you cannot pay the tow truck company to release it to you. Once they own it, they have it, and you have to get to the bank, pay the bank, and then the tow truck company will release the car once the bank confirms the payments are made.
Allegedly, police took the car off the tow truck themselves and put Rodriguez in jail for about a day.
He used his authority to drop the car himself.
DeStefano says the officers confiscated the truck's cameras, but this photo of an officer dismantling a recording device was automatically uploaded to a storage cloud. Rodriguez says when he was first arrested, he was charged with a felony for possession of stolen property. But then when he appeared in court, his charges were changed to misdemeanors. The Staten Island district attorney charges Rodriguez's truck did not display its license plate properly, and he did not have a New York City towing license. The city's Department of Consumer Affairs says drivers who pick up tows are required to have a Department of Consumer Affairs license, but Finest Towing and several others we spoke with argue it depends on the tow. You don't need a DCA license for repossession jobs because those are considered private, unlike for hire tows, such as when a car is disabled or in an accident. Monday on New York One, the mayor...
So what he's saying is they didn't have the correct license to do the tow, but the tow truck companies are saying, absolutely we did. It's private. We don't need your special license to do this. And this was just a clear prime example of the police abusing their power. They got called out on it, and they had to come up with something to charge him with, something to try to get him in trouble, even though he wasn't doing anything wrong. And that's crazy. They charged him with a felony and then dropped it to a misdemeanor. Yet the cops are sitting there on camera committing a felony. It is a felony for a police officer to disable recording devices, to turn off things, and to try to destroy evidence. That is a crime.
Mayor was asked about the incident.
I haven't seen the details, but if it is that kind of thing, that's unacceptable, and there would be huge consequences for those cops.
Rodriguez and his attorney won't speak on camera, but they met with the NYPD Internal Affairs Bureau last night. The NYPD declined our multiple requests for an interview. In the St. George section of Staten Island, Lisa Rosner, CBS 2 News.
Yeah, of course they declined to comment because they investigated themselves and found they did nothing wrong. Incredible. A tow truck driver just doing his job can be arrested and charged with a felony because a police officer didn't like that his car got towed because he couldn't pay his bill, and then decides to try to disable the cameras that are catching them in the act. This is an unbelievable story. I mean, and I would love to know, these cops should be in jail. It's a felony. You can't destroy evidence. You can't tamper with recording devices. You can't arrest a guy illegally. That's false imprisonment. He was illegally arrested for doing his job and then boot his tow truck. This just seems like corruption from the top down. And of course, it's in Staten Island, New York. Sorry, New Yorkers who are watching this video. There's a lot of corruption in New York in the police. We know that. I've seen it on Long Island Audit. Anyways, appreciate you guys watching the video in the new year. Cheers to the first video of 2024. As always, hit that like button. It helps the YouTube algorithm. I appreciate it. Subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video.